Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Phantom Brigade, where we are resupplied, rested, and ready to just go totally crushing some nerds in another area. We should probably make sure that our units are equipped with the proper weapons though. So we have this 5 green, we have a blue one, a 4++ that has lower kinetic damage, although very, very slightly lower kinetic damage, and better impact and concussion damage considerably. Yeah, that seems like a reasonable swap. And then, honestly, we don't have that many spare parts. Well, we don't have that many spare torsos. I do, in fact, have some other spare parts here. So what do we want to, we want to keep this thing capable of moving, but it doesn't need to be capable of moving very fast. I might not mess with it, honestly. My biggest concern is making sure that the arms stay strong. If we give it lighter arms with higher integrity, which we can here. I don't know, I might want to save the lighter arms with higher integrity for the mechs that actually want to be fast and close. But to be perfectly honest, we probably don't need to make any upgrades at all to our core squad just yet. Do we have... We don't really have another shotgun. Okay, no, we do have another shotgun. But I was thinking about converting this into a melee mech. Let's see what the melee is like. So we almost certainly still want a shield, right? Unless some of these weapons are... It doesn't seem like anything's two-handed. So we have this... Let's say this is our basic axe, right? We have this level 5 axe. How does the cutter compare? The axe does concussion damage, while the cutter does stagger damage. Does the axe have any, It looks like on most weapons, the slots are all welded. This one has this target sensor, which you would think would not really make sense on a sword, but I guess it's here. I'm going to pull that off of the sword. And then honestly, it doesn't feel like any of the rest of this stuff should function on a sword either. I guess concussive payload could. That's a pretty good mod though. I maybe want to save that for ranged weapons. So I don't really know what stagger damage is. The hit width on this is 7 meters. Seems to be pretty standard across all of our melee weapons. You definitely pay a price when you're getting that concussion damage. So this axe does 115 with 17 concussion. This does 197 with 27 concussion. Why is this a lower tier axe? It generates more heat when you swing it. But not that much more. This seems like a better weapon than the 5. And you can get much lower heat generation from this blade, but I kind of want something that's still going to do concussion damage. Can I get a free rotate here? No. What is this pose? I can't really tell. The shield is just like through the leg and... Yeah, I mean, the axe is kind of cool looking. All right, we're going to try it out at least. We are almost certainly going to want to rebuild your body parts though. And actually, do I want to upgrade your shield? Right now you just have a slab on your arm. Like, we probably do need to make this thing faster, right? If we're going to do this. So the current shield is 8.6 mass with 759 integrity. Wow, this shield is a lot lighter. I mean, it's less total integrity, but it's not that much less. And in fact, I don't think... Oh, you can have a secondary blade. Okay. Interesting. So that's very light. I don't know. It feels to me like you want to have a shield. I'm going to put on that 4-mass shield. That seems like a pretty good fit. And then let's talk about body parts here. So you got to be heavy enough to take a hit. But that's really more a matter of integrity than anything else. I mean, it would be nice if the thing ended up in the heavy class so that it can body check people. Right now we're at 25.9 mass. Power generation is also a concern. A couple of these don't have reactors in them, which makes them a little bit harder to judge, but obviously we will plug something in eventually. 697. I mean, this is a heavy torso. 7 heat dissipation, only 72 heat generation, though. Hold on. Let's plug this in. Load some stuff in. So it needs a reactor. We're going to want almost certainly just as much raw power as possible. And then changing the range of the weapon doesn't really make a lot of sense. If we equip this, we're going to lose a point of speed for the heat. I think we actually leave this slot open for the moment. So these are 382. Our current legs only have 169 integrity. So almost everything's going to be an upgrade. That gets us back to very slow. We're probably going to have to pull that torso. We're probably going to have to go to a lighter torso. But honestly, this might be a good time for one of these very light but pretty serious arms. Although, can I put that on this side? We probably don't need the 400 integrity arm on the shield side. It's probably better to have it on the weapon. And then this thing could be something that's just lighter. Its integrity still matters, but it's certainly not as important because a lot of hits from this side are going to hit the shield anyway. And we definitely want to watch our mass on this. Yeah, honestly, I don't hate that. So you're still heavy, but you're mighty slow. Yeah, we don't have a good torso, really. It's problematic. This is just way too little integrity. This thing's going to get splatted as it approaches. I want something lighter, but, there has to be a limit. This is not bad. It's still 458, and obviously, I'm going to pull the engine out of this thing. It's still 458. There's a lot to be said for the fact that you can shield damage. I don't think we do need the heatsink. And that heatsink is... Well, I guess this one doesn't cost anything. But still, I'd rather pull that and have that available for other people. And then, do we want the overdrive? Yeah, because it's got that higher base power. So that keeps us at heavy speed, but gets us up, or heavy mass, but gets us up to a pretty good dash and a relatively decent speed. I think I like that. Let's try it like this. I want to see how effective a melee unit can be. So action shield, and then I'm pretty happy with the rest of these, I think. Hold on, the action shield is not... There we go. So let's get that whole thing unified. And yeah, I guess just head out. We have some other upgrades we could probably buy. And in particular, just like picking up more cruise speed is probably worthwhile, but we need more rare components for that. Sensor array stuff is not unreasonable either. I don't think we really need stealth mode. Yeah, we're bottlenecked on rare components, like basically everywhere that matters. Scan jamming is pretty whatever. Equips the base with a device interfering with the enemy radio and geolocation, which prevents them from entering fights. I mean, I don't think I care about that. Smoke charges let us avoid stuff, but I don't think we need to. So 50 extra storage capacity makes this a little bit easier to see. All of this stuff feels so incremental. Equips the base with a rain sensor ability. For what, though? Like, why would I want that? Allows the base to see unimpeded through even the heaviest rain. See, that's a little bit more interesting. Because I like fighting in the rain. The rain is like a pretty optimal situation. All right, we're going to buy this so that we can start down the path toward all that sensor stuff. But in particular, an enhanced ability to engage in the rain, I think, is really a good idea. So everything is fours around us. Let's just go over here. And we're going to overdrive just because I would like things to go faster. I mean, I kind of think as soon as we step in, we just hit contest, right? Like, what's the point in waiting? Drove up the threat rating of a bunch of stuff here, but I'm confident we can handle it. And I do want to test my my new mech in real battle conditions. So who do we drop? Like the marksman, probably? Yeah, I think so. So like relative to... this thing's about as fast as the assault rifle mech is. That's not too bad. Alright, let's see how that works. I do like the mech designs in this game a bunch. Alright, let's chop some nerds up. Yep, alright, base is ready to pick us up. No special anything, just 7 enemy contacts, 3 of which are turrets. Okay, so are we in like actual shooting danger here? Maybe a little tiny bit. Nobody's shooting at the melee weapon, which is interesting. So that gives us a pretty free approach. And in fact... Alright, so how does this work? Perform a close range attack. Okay, so you sort of like, you move and swing at the same time. Am I actually going to swing? I mean, even if I don't, this crashes the enemy. But actually, so like, because the dash puts my feet kind of behind the main, I'm gonna shorten that a little bit. Maybe even a little bit more. I want to be a little bit less far forward. But I do want to end the attack in front of the tank so that it runs into me. That seems like it might be good. I'm a little surprised at how much heat the dash attack generates. We might want to alter some things. later. Let's go to the heavy now, because it feels to me like with the heavy, I basically just want to like run up on a hillside and blast. Just like hose this dude down. Kind of a similar deal with the sniper, just kind of like step up to here. And then see if we can't snap that tank. And finally, the assault rifle. I want to run around the sniper. Make sure I'm not getting directly in the way here. And the assault rifle is basically just going to run up alongside the sniper's line of fire for this round. I don't know that we have a super great attack anywhere. I can help with this. We can just put a little bit more damage onto that guy. But mostly what I'm doing here is I'm testing the melee attack. Interesting. Okay, so he performs the attack and then dashes. That's not at all how I was expecting that to work. All right, so this thing is just entering the fire zone. It did not take very much damage on approach. The tank took non-lethal damage from the sniper fire and is now crashing. I feel like the sniper can just fire at this mech who seems like he's just standing still for the entire period. Weird. I mean, you know what you're doing. Just continue hosing that dude down with bullets. I mean, do I think there's any chance he survives? I'm gonna retarget him just in case, I suppose. Alright, we can have the assault rifle definitely finish off that tank. In fact, I'll put another layer of definitely finish off in there. So this tank here is still alive, but should be crashing. Oh, can I? Yeah, hold on a second. Can I step back to a position where I can, like, hit both the tank and the... It seems like if I was going to do that, I'd want to come at it from a different angle, maybe. I can't just smash through the little barricade here. Well, of course I can just run through this. I'm going to do this even though it dramatically overheats us. And then I'm basically just going to shield while my heat dissipates. But again, I'm mostly what I'm trying to do right now is test the capabilities of this weapon. Okay, so we concuss the pilot. It's tremendously effective at that. Okay, this guy actually didn't go down, so it is a good thing that we have him taking a second volley. The tank is dead, though. Yeah, the tank is dead. Remarkably, that other mech is alive as well. Gotta say, very disappointing. do not feel like my units are living up to their normal potential. I don't think that shot's likely to matter. Alright, so for some reason, this guy thinks it's a solid plan to just run into me. So you have to dash at least this far. So if I do that... I mean, I'm going right past him the whole time, so probably that'll get him. And then I'm going to move this way to threaten this guy in case he survives somehow. I think these rockets are mostly headed for the Vulcan gunner. But just in case, let's... Actually, I'm taking kind of direct fire right now. Let's dash at an angle that abbreviates that to some degree at least. Yeah, actually, maybe I want to do more like this. And so save my attack until a little later. All right, well, there's no clear dash off of the structure here. But we'll do that, and then... I dodged some of the missiles. This thing crashed before I could even get my shot off, and then I took a lot of leg damage from the turret because I never bothered to deal with the turret. I just didn't feel like it was important to do. There's probably an error in my thinking somewhere there. It says blocked. Does that clear the building now? There we go. Okay. Don't have to hit much to take this thing down. But we're still talking like well outside. Well, it's not that far outside SMG range. Maybe that's the better play. Start by stepping up a little bit to range him in. Yeah. Certainly easier to control my heat with this strategy. And then... I mean, that guy is trying to leave the battlefield entirely. I guess I should do a little bit more running here. And then a dash. Let's try to baffle those missiles. And then just open up. He probably gets away, but... Okay, you are locked to crashing until... So it shows him... Yeah, that's interesting. It shows him having attacks dialed in when I'm using this when I'm like putting in moves for this unit, but not when I'm putting in shield blocks. That's weird. All right, well-timed dash. Somehow didn't manage to finish the job. The good news is he is basically just completely ignoring the sniper, so we're going to finish him off. All right, you're going to give that thing a blast, but we can't. That can't be all you do. I wonder why he ran away if he was just going to turn around and come back over here. Yeah, we can barely move. The leg damage. So does that mean I can't really attack either, or? Pretty hard to tell, actually. Not even sure what actually killed that thing. Also, yeah, that melee attack completely whiffed. We're not allowed to go back and look at the last turn, which is a little frustrating because I would like to see exactly what happened there, but... yep, salvage the legs of my own mech, please. You know what? Pull this whole thing in. Okay, maybe not the whole thing. Can we salvage anything for 5? Nope, nothing has a 5 cost anymore. Alright, well, just do this then. Thank you for all your help. A woman brings out a cart full of scrap from her house. Sitting atop a stack of dented armor plating and military provisions in a container, its casing worn and well-aged. That's almost a sentence. So she just had a scrap. She had enough raw metal sitting in her house for us to care about it, but also it was a small enough amount to just fit in a cart. Why would we not investigate the contents? Ah, it was a bomb. Well, then it's a really good thing I investigated the contents. Every face around you is tight with tension. Murmurs ripple across the group. We might have a chance to defuse it, but we have to hurry. Assign someone to it, and while we move the base as far from the device as possible. I mean... whatever, just throw 100 supplies at it if that does it. You head back to the bomb site where the device is carefully removed from its casing and placed gently for examination. I guess we're fighting a war. A bomb's probably useful. Alright, so this is the heavy mech. The heavy mech took a real beating there. The X and shield mech also got hit pretty hard. We could run without any of those if we wanted to. I don't think it would be unreasonable. I'm gonna run not quite at full speed in the direction of this battle, I think. Trying to give us time to patch up. I would like to catch the convoy. I think we are more than strong enough to take them. Let's go ahead and run the protector again. It's very strange. Like I wanna try to get a better handle on that dash attack. It is very strange that it attacks and then dashes rather than attacking while dashing, or even the other, you know, putting that at the end. All right, we got lots of enemies incoming if we cannot make this happen fast enough. However, it doesn't actually seem all that difficult. So what do we got here? Machine gun, shotgun, and the shotgun one started way in the back because the enemies are also getting screwed by the randomized start placement. This does not seem so bad. We kind of don't get to do anything cool this this first turn. That looks neat in silhouette. Although, to be perfectly honest with you, I do kind of just want to... Right? Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna take the melee off of this one's plate. We'll just queue in about a turn worth of running, and we'll figure it out from there. Do you have a shot? Yeah, it's clean enough. It's a little random, but I also think it's worth just taking them as they are available. So the heavy mech gets targeted by some missile shots in theory. I probably just want to push approach with the assault rifle mech. Man, this thing feels so much faster than the melee weapon, even though it in theory should not be very different. Alright, so we got lots of that going on. Tick, tick, tick with the concussive damage. Alright, so we killed the pilot in one of the tanks. This other tank is close to crashing. This guy's actually doing pretty alright. Finish the job. Alright, this tank is not heavy. So I think I wanna run down in front of it, make sure I crash it. While attacking as quickly as possible. I think my attack is coming out slow enough that I'm worried this thing won't still be standing even. Yeah, I'm gonna queue this up. That thing should be dead too, but we'll see how things work out. Things are getting a little close. Let's have you run like this way. We'll just contribute some concussion damage where we can. So we have a mech coming down off of the ridge here. Okay, you're heavy, so if I crash into you, if I charge directly into you, I don't actually expect you to go down. We're just taking optimally ranged shotgun fire here. But I don't want to shield up because, like, obviously. that one crashes into it. I want to like go alongside it, right? Although maybe I need to, in my desire to go alongside it, maybe I need to refigure this move action. All right, just wait like a little bit and then dash again in a way that doesn't cause a direct collision. Okay. I am definitely most interested in this stuff over here. Okay, that hit. This pilot is still alive somehow. That's a survey, or that's a, what do you call it? A supply van. Where's this? I'm trying to find this other tank. Okay, the tank that's still actually alive is this one. So you're gonna fall back. Trying to finish this thing. And yeah, so it does do a lot of damage, and it can do damage in a very focused way, which is cool. But I don't know, it just doesn't quite seem to... It doesn't quite stand up to the effectiveness of a gun, I don't think. So I think my official verdict on the melee weapon is a no. Wait a second until you get through the first volley, and then we can back up a little bit. Both to get better volleying distance and to fix your nonsense. And I think with the Vulcan mech starting to focus on this thing, I think I'm going to try to just run this way. Oh, he's so close. There we go. That was something. Concussed that pilot. My heavies pilot is deceased. See, it's not showing accurate stats for how the thing was at various points in the battle. It's just showing it in the current state the whole time. So I can't actually even tell what happened. Again, the game is not always so good at information. So what's left is this thing where the pilot did survive the machine gunning. And for his trouble will receive further machine gunnings. Gotta move a little bit first. There we go. That's cleaner. Alright, wait until you're done shooting. Then move to like... Trying to find a spot from which I am not obstructed, and unfortunately I don't know that I'm going to be able to. wonder if it's even going to be necessary to block. I think what I might do instead is just walk over here. Okay, for some reason I'm not dealing damage, but also this thing's not moving. Maybe it's not even actually there. Maybe it's being shown to us as a bug. Because it and this mech can definitely see each other. And sure. This guy cannot be killed. Jesus. Just like his other parts simply do not take damage. Is he heavy? He's not. All right, well, we'll just crash into him then. Okay, that pilot is deceased. What I did not predict was that we would not just crash his unit, but also carry it with us the entire way. So that fucked up my plan a little bit, and I think my sniper took out the legs of my own mech. We still have a little bit of time left before the other enemies show up. Okay, Jesus. All right, let's get our supplies and get the hell out of here. And we have to spend most of our salvage on our own stuff. In fact, if I want to salvage this whole mech, I have to not take some other stuff. Well, I don't think main launchers. Okay. Very annoying. We definitely want to save the gun. I feel pretty strongly about this whole mech, though. We're just not allowed to salvage the whole thing. We don't have to save these legs in particular, I suppose. And these legs are... they're 13 mass. The thing is, they're 13 mass. Yeah, I guess I'm also dropping an arm. Just salvage the materials of the arm. Actually, no. Salvage the materials of something rare. Oh, for some reason that only takes 5 points of salvage. Because everything in this game is incredibly arbitrary. Oh, well, this is damaged, right? Is that the only difference? Is it that a thing takes 10 if it's damaged and 5 if it's not? Maybe. All right, that sucks, and we're gonna have to rebuild a little bit. And the thing is, the reason that it sucks is really stupid. All right, but I think we've learned a lesson here about the melee weapon just not being viable. Really? You're gonna make me manufacture a new frame? How incredibly annoying. Alright, so until that happens, I guess I'm just gonna re-outfit the Screecher. You're the heavy mech from now on? They have pretty similar mission profiles anyway, right? Yeah, I think so. Alright, that base would be useful, or that farm rather. Right, cut off the overdrive so we get some repairs. I don't know why this patrol is so eagerly pursuing us. If they catch up with us, we're going to do horrible things to them. Alright. Reckon that's about as good as it gets. Alright, add a pilot. I don't know, somebody. And bring in the Screecher, kick you out, and replace you with the Colossus. Can't deploy. Oh. Let me just fix that real quick. Let's just plug some legs into this thing. So 18.5 with about 350 integrity seems to be the standard. These ones both have bonus power on them. I feel like that's a reasonable way to go. All right. And obviously that's the thing you should be able to do in 0 time while deploying. Just bolt some legs on there, right? You just press down, it pops right into the socket. All right. Do not damage key civilian locations, but we weren't actually given any key civilian locations to watch out for, so who knows what that means. Definitely feels like we have an open field here, and we're just going to fire a couple of shots as fast as we can. So that thing's got a shotgun. It's not nothing. We can't just like let it shoot at us forever at this kind of range, but it's certainly not attacking at its most optimal range. Yeah, just focus on that. You with the marksman rifle are going to want to do approach first. Gosh, being fast is cool. Alright, so I'm definitely going to want to fire here. Things shooting at the assault rifle mech. Alright. The question is, do we want to fire off some... it's probably not worth firing off inaccurate shots while we approach. Oh, this assault rifle mech is only light now. That's right, I was like teetering at the edge of heavy before. Is that better than just running? Not really. Like, obviously I want to break line of sight on some of this stuff. It's an autocannon, so maybe you know what? Maybe I don't. Maybe what I do is I just run forward. I shield through this part. Yeah. Alright, I can shoot some shots beforehand. All right, low accuracy, but I do think it's worth doing because of how good this this mech's heat control is. All right. Hoping that the Vulcan can just control this approach entirely. We're getting a lot of sort of like spread and spray off of the trees here, which I was not anticipating. Okay, you are a sniper rifle mech. So yeah, we lost containment here because of the way that the bullets started spreading. So one tank down, one tank currently crashing. Can you jump up onto one of these things? Alright, I actually think I like that. Maybe I don't. Maybe it makes it impossible for me to ever shoot my gun again. But I do want to make sure that we're like getting out of the path of the sniper fire while maintaining an angle that I can actually work with. All right, you're getting shot in the back at some point here. Oof, it is before that attack is considered acceptable. I might want to just like actually run around back here. Take the shot from back there. I have no idea why left clicking that made it disappear. Yeah. All right. Okay, did manage to get clear before the sniper fire started. That's one pilot down. This thing didn't... So it's showing me the stats for the tank that's next to the one I'm mousing over instead of the one I am mousing over. Okay, you were light, so you did actually crash. That's good to know. Alright, we're going to do a little bit of counter sniping. Okay, doing my level best to make sure this thing's not a real problem anymore so that I can ignore it with my other mechs. Alright, hopefully that thing will manage to maneuver itself around by the time I start overheating from firing at it. So what is that? Okay, it fires missiles at the sniper, who will probably have time to respond to that. Yeah, I don't really necessarily need to do anything this turn anyway. But if I wait until here, then I step back a little bit, hoping I can bait the missiles into a building. All right, come on, marksman. Okay, good focus. Is that thing down? Sniper's a little overheated. But actually, I think this has worked. I don't think I need to move. Probably can only get one shot off there safely. That's fine. I think I should be behind the building for long enough for the missile to hit it before I'm clear, and then just like wait for our moment. Stuff over here is all clear. I'm not even going to worry about the heavy anymore. Okay. All right, as soon as you're done firing those missiles, I will get a jump on evading them. All right, I can't imagine him surviving this turn. Yeah, there's only so much the guidance system can turn. Okay, guidance system crashing, leg is going down. All right. For real, this guy's gotta be dead soon. There we go. We get little pulses of overheating even when I do enter the attack scene in a way that the timeline tells us will not cause overheating. I don't love that. Just bring home all the green parts. We damage almost everything, almost all of the time. This is only 38. Shotgun's only 38. Yeah, let's salvage this torso. This rifle, because it doesn't have the right, doesn't have concussive damage on it. And then, yeah, at that point, we're taking some stuff that's kind of unimpressive. It's another 20 points of enemy weakening. So we've got them down to 32 already. We're not that far from being able to win. We're probably going to have to go out and grab at least one of these nodes. But yeah, I'm like very confident we're going to get the job done here. All right, well, that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I am still a little undecided as to whether we're going to play the whole campaign here, because it really does feel like it's all going to be kind of samey. What I might do is play a bit of this out off camera. I might like, we'll finish up this province on camera or something, play a bit off camera and show you footage from deeper in the campaign or something, just to see if anything meaningful has changed. If it really is going to be a loop that feels very much the same over and over again, I think they put in too many provinces. But yeah, remains to be seen for the moment. Come back next time for, at the very least, the liberation of Hosfred. And we'll see you then.